What's going on, people? It's Jimmy Lincoln with SpitFireHipHop.com. Today we have a special guest, Cameron Sean, from New York. Cameron, how are you this evening, man?
Living the dream, man. Thank you for having me.
No, not a problem, not a problem. Thank you for spending a little time with us. Um, if you will, man, let's start with who is Cameron Sean?
Oh, that's a good question, man. I'm still trying to figure that out. But I'm a singer, rapper, songwriter from New York. I come from Westchester. That's it. But yeah, man, I just love to make music and I want to inspire people, in a simple format. But in regards more to me, it's hip hop's always been a big part of my life.
Okay. And so how long have you been, I guess an artist? Would you consider yourself an artist?
I've been writing for at least a decade. I would say seriously taking music as a career and a professional level of things that I'm doing. I would say the last 2 years, ever since I met my managers, it's been definitely more serious to say the least.
Okay, okay. And speaking of your managers, why don't you go ahead and mention who your managers are? What?
So I have Alex Rhone, CEO of Rhone Records, as well as Candia Diamonds. They've been great, man. This whole way we've been through a lot together as a team, and I'm excited to see what the future holds for all of us. And ultimately grateful that I have people that I trust and love around me.
And how long have you been rocking with them, man? How did that relationship start?
I met Alex at one of my corporate jobs. So when I worked at Enterprise Rent a Car, I was the manager of a store, and he was looking to get a car for an actress, and I helped him out. And the rest is kind of history. But he seemed like a really nice guy. But I'm smart. Like honestly, I do my research, and I saw Rhone Records as a corporate account, and I saw Alex Rhone on the list. And at this point, I was kind of in and out on music. I didn't really think there would be a future to it other than just a hobby, and there's nothing wrong with that. But at that point, I just figured, this corporate lifestyle is where your dreams go to die, and this is it for me. I'll probably have a solid life, a wife, hopefully good money. We'll see, I guess. But I kind of just accepted that music was going to be a thing of the past, and in today's society, it's all bullshit anyway, right? Like skill doesn't matter. So I kind of accepted that. But Alex, I brought him back into it. We brought each other back into it, and the rest is kind of history. It's been 2 years since we've done a lot of amazing things together with the Candia as well. He got me introduced to her.
And so from the aside from the corporate account, did you guys engage in some sort of conversation, and that conversation gave you like, hey, this guy is serious. Let me talk to him a little more.
Of course.
If I can
I'm in sales.
interject,
I've always been in sales, Jimmy, and
yeah,
I always can. I won't say pick people apart, but I ask the right questions always, whether it's professional or just I'm personable. And Alex, I spoke to him about it. I made the link with Rhone Records, the corporate account, and he's obviously a huge lover of music. If you know his history and where he comes from, and we really kind of just hit it off. I sent him some unreleased stuff at this point. Very amateur at that point, but he loved it. He always believed in me. And to this day, he still tells me that the world isn't ready for what I have and what I bring to the table. So I'm just happy to have him, man.
And Alex,
Alex,
man, what was it about Cameron that sparked your interest?
well, the crazy thing is this. I was basically, like I said, I just moved this actress who was actually filming a movie in Chicago. I needed to rent a car and stuff like that. And basically what he said, if he wouldn't have said, because he's going over corporate accounts, because like I said, when I was in the game earlier, and basically I kind of went on a hiatus in the game because I was going to get, going to get my master's and said, let me just do this to get paper this way. And he gave me his music, and I drove it to Pittsburgh. I drove it back home to Pittsburgh from New York. I vowed to his music the whole time and said, yeah, this kid is something special. And what makes this kid special, he's very lyrical. He's a beast with it, and his demographic. And I said, okay, yeah, this kid is definitely something special. And then I had to get my team together. I had to get the whole band back which is Candida Diamonds, who's my business partner as far as the management division. And we just got all our resources together. And like I said, we are here where we're at now. You know what I mean? Now, this basically start gathering up all my haters in the game. You know how it is, linked to breaking a new artist and stuff like that. And you know how the game is. It ain't what you know, it's who you know. You know what I mean? It ain't what
Right.
you know, it's who you know. And
Right.
like I said, and calling some of my cats and stuff like that and say, yo, check this kid out. And like Cam said, the rest is history.
Now, Cam, tell me, man, what's the best part about making music, man?
It's just fun. Straight up, it's fun. Like I feel like everyone has the ability to do it, and it's helped me through a lot of tough times in life, and I'm really grateful for it. And getting back to it and doing it because you want to do it for fun is it's different, like because when you do something for a hobby compared to a professional level of doing something, it's just the stress and pressure is different. It'd be one thing if I was making music and for myself, not posting it, not caring, and just I still do that obviously because that's the whole point of it. But now I got a lot of eyes on me and people relying on me. Just the pressure is totally different on top of the normal stress that I have in life. But ultimately, the best part is just how fun it is, how it makes me feel, and I feel without it, I wouldn't be the person I am today. It's really helped change my life for the better, and give me some confidence. I know at the end of the day, most people can't do what I do. And I take a lot of pride in that. In terms of music, most people can't sing either. They can't write dance music. They can't write lyrical. I'm not hating on today's current generation of rap. I love it. I still listen to all different styles, whether it's old school or new school. It's influenced my sound, right? I listen to everything. I'm always a student, but it's the only thing I'm truly conceited and cocky about. Obviously, humble when I feel someone's better than me or I can learn something. Always humble and listening, but it's just that one thing that you can't tell me anything about unless I think you're better than me. Lyrically, there's nothing you can really tell me. Honestly, that's how I feel about it. That's the only thing in life that I'm that purely confident, almost arrogant in terms of my skill level, because I know how long it's taken me to get here. And frankly, I work my ass off. You say what you want about me, but you can't say I'm not a hard worker. So
Good stuff. I'm gonna take you back a little bit. Speaking of that, when I'm gonna take you back to I think possibly the first time you had music played on the radio. Now
yeah,
I believe it was Steph Love, no
Steph Love.
right, who played no favors on the radio. How
Yeah.
that, did you first of all did you hear it, and then if you heard it whilst he was playing it, how did that make you feel?
Of course I did, man. My first, especially for the first time, since I've been played on the radio a lot and XM and college radio, and it's really awesome. But for that very first time, especially a record like that, it meant everything to me. It's everything I've dreamed of. And I feel like even though I've taken a lot of L's and I've learned from a lot of mistakes and lessons and people, it always levels up regardless of what I think I'm doing. When something falls through, something always bigger happens to me. And that's why you can never quit. But that first initial time was kind of like, okay, I'm in the game. I'm truly in the game. This is not amateur night, on the weekend at open mic night. This is like, yo, you wanted this, you got it. So ever since then, it's just gotten more serious and serious and serious. And now I'm at a point where it's intense, man. But I love it.
Right. No. And speaking of inspirations, man, I'm sure that inspired you to, to keep pushing. What inspires you to continue, making music?
My family for sure. I mean, my parents have given me everything. I've been blessed to have really good, family, and not everyone has that. Not everyone has parents that believe in them, and I'm fortunate to have that. You've never met my Asian side of me. I'm half Asian and half European, but to get any type of mother to, especially a mother, to believe in your dreams of making it in music is like, who everyone wants to be a musician or an athlete. It was the dream for a lot of people in life, right? So to get that support from them and for them to believe in my talent, I mean, half of it's because they see me work so hard. They know that I really want this, but it means everything. I wouldn't be the person I am without them, without my team, without my managers. I can't take full credit, man. but I'm really appreciative and grateful to be here ultimately.
Now, was it something that it took them a little while to warm up to? You know, you know, becoming an artist, or you know, taking up music. Was that something that they had to warm up to, or they were encouraging from the very beginning?
They've always encouraged me. They've always supported me. They still go to all my shows in the city, and my brothers will drive 4 hours to come to them. And I've got a lot of great friends as well that do the same thing. Friends that I haven't talked to in a long time will show up, and it's like the best feeling. And I always buy drinks and food for everybody. You know, I'm very hospitable for anyone that shows me love, and I'll never forget that, because when my life changes, there's a lot of people that I need to help. But it's really amazing. The support my parents give me is something I don't take for granted, man. They've always loved me. They've always supported my dreams. They've always thought I was talented, but it's more than just talent, you know, Link. So I think the only time they were ever drawn back was when I told them that, hey, I'm going to sign a contract, you know, for managers and music. They're like, what? Because at this point, like I hadn't done anything, and it was all kind of just like, oh, making music again. You know, it's like, oh, by the way, I got to sign a contract, and they got to protect their asset, right? So
Right, right.
it's that was kind of a shock, but at the same time, it just shows you how serious it is. This is as fun as it is. Like, it's about business as well, balance.
No, that's true, man. And you know, when you start talking about signing contracts, you know, everyone's ears perk up, right? They want to make sure that you know everything's kosher with those contracts. So
They better, you know?
that makes a lot of sense. Let's talk about your new single, Crazy. Now it's been out there for a little while now, right?
Couple months.
How's the response been to the single?
Really good, really good. Probably my best response so far, you know. And I really don't take that for granted. And anyone who listens and shows me love, like I see everything. I appreciate it. And they had it on a billboard in New York City recently. It was really a surreal feeling. I've come so far, and I've taken so many L's. You know, Alex knows. Yeah, Alex knows everything we've been through as a team, and all the lessons we've learned, and all the moves we've made, and how we've gotten to where we are. But to see Crazy get recognition, it's a really good feeling. It's been on XM radio. It's been everywhere so far, right? Multiple radio stations. So I think I'm just grateful, man. That song is based off a true story as well. So it's a little crazy, but no pun intended.
No. Hey, how's that billboard helped with you know, pushing, you know, what you're doing now? I mean, that billboard's up and running right now, I believe.
Yeah. So it's been great. It's been great. I mean, it's great for clout for sure. You know, not that I could care less about any of that stuff, right? But it's just funny, man. People come out of the woodworks when they see you doing things that they never could have fathomed. I think what I've learned most is I can't have conversations with people that don't dream big. Like, there's nothing wrong with working a job. There's nothing wrong with taking care of your family. That's the goal, man. And I respect that more than anything. But if I tell somebody my dreams and they tell me it's unrealistic and I can't do this and I can't do that, I can't have that energy around me. I can't have it bring me down. I'm too close to changing my life and everybody around me, right? So I've learned a lot. Like, I really have in 2 years of serious work and management, and you know, whether it was New York Fashion Week, red carpet events, or getting my song on the radio, like, it was all so great to me. What I've learned most is that as cool as those things are and all the people I've met, I don't care if somebody's famous. I don't care how much money they have. I don't care what you look like, how many followers you have. None of that means anything to me, truly. I just want to know, like, do you tip your waiter? You know, do you tip the wait staff? Do you hold the door open for people? Are you genuinely a solid person? Are you, you know, trustworthy? It's like those characters and people, like, you really start to see, because after all these things have happened to me, there are a lot of genuine people when they like congratulate me and say thank you, but there's a crap ton of people that are watching that know it's about to happen, and I hope it makes them sick to their stomach. You know, I really do, genuinely. Not even to be petty, but you know what I mean? Like, you didn't believe on me, that's cool. So when it happens, you know, your biggest flex one day will be able to tell people you used to know me, right? So I remember everything that's happened to me since I was young. All those people, I remember instances, days, what they said, and it's like, you know, you don't do it for that reason, but it definitely feels good. I'll tell you that.
Right, and you can never have too many good people in your corner, man. So that's good. It sounds like you have a good group, a good management team, good people in your corner. So that sounds good, man. Now let me ask you. So on your website, it says label to be announced. Is there a label deal in the works? What's going on there?
Okay, let's just say I'm working on it. We're working on it, and the future is exciting. I'll say that. Right, Alex?
There's multiple. Yeah, it's multiple. And like I said, we're not at liberty to really discuss things like that now because, like I said, it's like a tug of war.
It's to
With
be
that being
announced for a
said,
reason.
absolutely.
So that means there is something, in I guess in the works when it comes
Some
to labels.
some big stuff brewing, like, and I'm really proud of everyone around me. Shout out to Candia, that's my rock right there. Um, the PR company, Jade Umbrella, Stacy, Bobby over there, just I've really, really done a lot, man, and I haven't done it alone. I might be the face of it because I'm the artist, quote unquote, but Alex told me when I first met him, I told him, man, these rappers are trash. These dudes have no talent. They're not skilled, and they got millions of dollars and followers and whatever. Like the game is rigged. It's bullshit. No one wants to see me make it because I'm actually spitting things that have meaning, right? And listen, I was just salty, man. I was salty because no one gave a shit about my music. Nobody cared, even though I knew how great I was because I'm the one putting the work in, right? And you got to feel that way at the end of the day, regardless. But Alex said to me, "Listen, Cam, I'm not going to say any artists because this is back then and my perception and I've matured in terms of how I think about everything, right? And I've learned to really appreciate different styles of rap and hip hop. But he told me straight up, like your favorite artist right now or whoever you think is whatever, like those people got 100 people behind them that are elite at their jobs, whether that's branding, whether that's marketing, whether that's your photography, whether it's the website guy, whether it's the branding, the PR people. They are all the best at what they do for a reason, and they're all working for one person. Of course, that person is going to be hot. So it's a team thing, man. And we've slowly built it up, and I'm really happy with the people around me. And I appreciate the work they've done and are continuing to do.
So what's next? What's next for Cameron Sean?
So we do have obviously that table talk that we're waiting on. So we're figuring that out. I got some shows coming up. I got one Friday actually, and ultimately just working on new music, man. I got what 13 to 15 songs on Spotify. I got like 50 in the chamber that we got to go through and see what we think will make the cut in terms of music. I think I'd rather probably just release singles, but I might do an album. We really got to see, right, Alex?
Absolutely. And also, like I said, you've been asked to perform at Asian Fashion Week in New York. And also we'll be going to Dubai to perform as well, too.
Yeah, can't forget that actually. Dubai and New York Fashion Week for the Asian culture. So that's cool, man.
Okay, and that leads me to I guess the next question. What preparations are you and your management team, making to get you to that next level, that next rung, for Cameron Sean?
I can't speak on their behalf because they're the ones that get me gigs and opportunities. So they would have to attest to how they do that. But I can tell you from my perspective that I got a vocal coach, I got a choreographer, I'm writing every day. I'm going to these people often to really hone my craft. So I'm putting the work in on top of everything else I have going on in life at the moment. So wouldn't have it any other way.
So, Jimmy, what we do as managers is we have Cameron Sean meetings. And the thing is, Cameron has a great team. Of course, Candia and I, Kathy was like former A&Rs at Def Jam, who's on our team. And basically, we strategize about everything that we're doing, the next step, and things you need to do, things you need to wear. And then, like I said, we connect with corporate people and stuff like that. So, like Reed May has a song called Product Frames, and we're currently talking to the Product Frame division in Italy, Japan, they have a New York division. So stuff like that, meetings and stuff like that. And me, I go, I play golf with a couple of hitters and investors and stuff like that. To basically say, hey, you want to be on board with this as far as board of strong people and stuff like that, business-minded people to do things where we can do a lot of things independently as well too. Where we can bring something to the table to big events like say about we got meetings with cats from Live Nation or like when Cam's about to get on tour, basically to hold our own when we come to the table and everything. So I mean, you know how it is, Link. The industry's always moving. You know what I mean? Making calls, making phone calls, signing contracts. I just sent out 2 contracts today. And, you know, just basically preparing. We all like Team Cam. You know what I mean? We work as one. So, like I said, we're constantly busy. You know, just to reach a certain plateau.
Right, right. No, that's good. Now, Cameron, I think I saw, man, you're part of some. I want to say it's some sort of fest or music comedy. Is that? Do I have that right? I can't remember the name of, it, but I
You
did.
do, you're good. Why You Mad Yo comedy tour.
Yeah.
Shout out to Ant Jones and the team out there. Really great people, really talented comedians out there. But it's a tour that they do, and where I've performed a lot. Really, really awesome, talented people. But we go to New York. We're going to Dubai together, and gonna have some sets out there. But they're really, really funny, man. These comics are really skilled at their craft and what they do. I happen to be the musical guest,
Okay.
and I do my thing, of course, there. But these dudes are men and women are really, really talented, and the material they have is great. They're like me in the sense where we're all grinding towards a similar purpose to take it to the next level. So we're on that path together, and I've formed some really strong connections there. So shout out to them.
Is this something that has multiple dates? You know, I know you say you're going to Dubai with them. Is that something that's you're gonna have dates here in the U.S. as well?
Yeah. We right now we're in New York City performing at least once a month. We have shows once a month, and Dubai. I want to say it's going to be December-ish, but that's a relatively new situation, so it's still developing. But it's
Okay.
exciting, man. Right? Just it's all about one upping yourself, taking it to the next level. It's just hard to do on global scales and different scales, but it's happening, right? So I'm just like I said to you earlier, just grateful to be doing this. I mean, the old version of me 10 years ago would have just figured I'd be, working a job somewhere, hope, working my butt off, hopefully successful. I like to think I would be, but the new version of me, not the new version, but this is almost the old version because I feel like I'm the kid version of myself that thought I'd be signed off of talent alone. I had a lot to learn back then, and I wasn't ready for it. I wasn't ready for the ridicule, and frankly, it takes more than just skill, lyrics, and music. That's obviously the most important to me, but you need a team, you need money, you need connections, you need everything. You need people to help. And listen, like, ain't nobody helping for free. I'll tell you that much.
That's true. That's true. Everyone has a family, or themselves anyway to take care of, right?
Exactly, exactly. And I figured at this point in life, I got no kids, I got no girlfriend, I got no wife. I can figure all that stuff out when I'm at a point in life where I'm genuinely content and I can say that I went for my dream. I did it, I made it. And until that day happens, I'm going to keep going for it. Because to me, one of my favorite quotes is along the lines of this. I'm probably going to butcher it or give it my own little 2 cents, but you can't fail if you don't quit. So if I just stay at it, then I feel like the sky's the limit. I keep proving myself wrong when I get in my head. So just got to stay positive, confident, and ultimately know who you are at the end of the day, right?
Right. That's the perfect way to go at it, man. To go at it. So Cameron Sean, 5 years from now, who is he?
On top of the world. And it's inspiring people. I don't care about money. I don't care about getting girls. I don't care about any of that superficial stuff. I don't care about all the beautiful cars and jewelry and materialistic stuff. I'm not going to tell you I'm not going to indulge in a nice chain maybe if I got it like that, right? But I have it all planned out business wise and where I would invest and how I'd further my career. And I see myself as a household name. And like Alex says, always a global artist. I mean, look at the way I look. Like, no one expects anything from me in terms of hip hop. Not saying that there's a certain way a rapper should look, right? But when I walk into the club or when I walk in to perform, they think I'm lost. What's this guy doing here? They see the long hair, they see, who the hell's this guy? Who's this guy? And then I rap and it's like, oh, but the element of surprise has always been good to me as well. So there's so many things I like to do, but I would consider myself a global artist, and more importantly than anything, I just want to inspire people, man. That's the most important thing you can do. That's the most powerful thing you can do is inspire somebody. It's hard to genuinely feel inspired by someone else is like a wild feeling. So to do that for people that are going through it is really all I want. And just to let people know that you can be whatever you want in this life.
No, that's good stuff. That's good stuff. And before we leave, let everyone know where they can find you online, where they can find your music. If you have merch, give all the social handles.
So we're working on merch. I do have some shirts, but we're working on some new stuff. You can find me at Cameron Shaw Music. Literally my name with the word music, one word. On all social medias. You can find my music on all streaming platforms, Cameron space Sean. And then you can find everything up to date with me, tour dates and red carpet events and media outlets, all that extra stuff, what we're doing pretty much at CameronShawMusic.com.
Okay, you've heard it, people. Make sure to go out there and check Cameron out. Get on all of his social media. Make sure to follow him. Look for that new merch coming. Alex, anything for Rhone Records? What's going on with the label? Where can people reach out to you?
Well, like I said, you can basically just I'm always available. Shoot me an email. So the thing is that I'm just basically focusing on Cameron Sean now, but we got things to take like the moving, because basically it's going to be a conglomerate, like an umbrella, Rhone Diamonds Management, which was going to converge into Rhone Media Group, and basically provide platforms and all type of facets of the entertainment industry, you know. But like I said, it's a work in progress. It's a work in progress. Basically, what we're doing is we're going hard for this kid. We're going hard for Cameron, and like I said, when we had our strategy meetings, is basically to make them global. When we sat in front of some huge label heads, like the big money heads, they already got like plans to, from K-pop to pop to R&B.
Like I'll
so
do
like
whatever. I don't care at this point, you know?
Yeah, worldwide. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, so we could fit it. So tons of producers on deck and everything like that. So that's basically what's going on. You know, but Cameron's part of the Rhone family, and like I said, we're gonna make some things happen.
No, sounds good. Again, make sure you go out there and check my man out and support him. Don't be late to the train like you said earlier.
Late to the party.
God.
But I appreciate you, man, for real. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak. Alex, thanks for being on it with me. And you're awesome. I appreciate it, man.
Not a problem, man. We'll have to do this soon. Once you get a few more things going, we'll talk about how the career is progressing, and we'll get you back on.
I would love to catch up, man. I appreciate that.
Sounds good.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks, bro. Thanks a lot.